is that we searched for the best possible technology. And then when I inquired about the Maxphotonics specifically, the FactorySmart team popped up. And they responded immediately with the result that literally 3.5 weeks later, our machine was commissioned. And we could embark on a new journey towards new discoveries that I believe is going to enable us to change things and turn things around completely. I think the straightforward answer is that the question rather should be, can we afford not to do it? The TIC process is in fact identical to manufacturing garments by using the hand sewing process as opposed to using a sewing machine, which is in a sense almost the same thing, because you take a couple of panels that were cut with a pair of scissors and you sew them together and you end up having a garment. And like 170 years ago, it took 14 hours to produce one shirt. So you can imagine the burden on the housewives and the seamstresses and the people involved in producing garments of any kind. And it dawns on me that this is exactly what we are dealing with. But fortunately, an inventor came along, and his name was known as Mr. Singer, and he developed a Singer sewing machine. And all of a sudden, they were able to produce many garments in a day with reasonably small effort, little effort involved in it, which then freed them up their time so that they could do other very important tasks. And it's exactly the same with the laser welding technology. It automates what had to happen by hand up till now, using a TIC process. Because with the TIC process, you use two hands, one to feed the filler wire, the other one to neatly and expertly move your torch and direct the arc onto the workpiece. So also using different panels, like we say, that were laser cut and bent and formed, then you have to stitch them together somehow. And with the advent and the arrival of laser welding technology, that process has now been automated, which gives real advantages. And we have witnessed the remarkable efficiency of it. But not only that, the way that it is able to transform our very small operation in such a way that we are dealing with something else when it comes to thinking about the future and the way we produce things. So years ago, a friend of mine told us, as we'd also started our own small consulting firm at the time, and he told us that business comprises of two things mainly, and that is friendship and trust. So what I would like to say about the FactorySmart team is that they're an exemplary example in displaying both of these qualities in such a way that it enables people like ourselves to quickly and easily adapt to the new technology and the way that things are going to work. Being associated with a smart team and smart team members obviously makes me a lot smarter. Okay, we're not there yet. So what we're dealing with now is basically an experimental phase where we introduce this completely new technology, and we are not intent on replacing all our current processes with the new technology. We are following a hybrid approach where we use where we are trying to first discover the capabilities of this new technology and also the potential of it, and then slowly introducing it in the form of a hybrid model where we make use of the best of the one and the best of the other. And again, when we initially witnessed the speed and the accuracy and the absolute flawless operation of this technology, the first question that my employees asked me was, when are they going to lose their jobs? And I had to come up with a very quick answer. And my answer was, and I understood how things work. Well, I understood a little bit better. And I told them, it is not my opinion, it's my conviction that should we not introduce this technology into our business, we are all going to end up without work.
Yes, indeed, because I had to come in and meet Max myself. I saw my husband changing since Max arrived, so obviously I also wanted to come meet Max, and I invited a very good friend of mine, Linda, to come and join us. She's also been very interested in this whole new move and where we're going with our business. And so a few days ago we came to meet Max, and it was a wonderful experience. Klaas showed us all these buttons you press, and it was really very impressive. And the next minute he gave us the torch, and he said, now you weld. And I've never welded before. I don't drill, I don't do any that kind of handiwork. So he gave the torch and it was phenomenal. And then Linda, she had the torch again, and then she had to weld. And we were both so impressed. We are not welders, we're not technical, and yet it was jolly impressive what we managed to do.
Yeah, so here we have a sample of Jackie's very first weld. You can see it's bright and clean. It's absolutely flawless. It's better than anything we've seen over the past 25 years. And on the other side, you have the weld that Linda performed flawlessly as well. She considered herself worthy to apply for a job afterwards, thinking that I was busy with a job interview. So anyway, that proves not only the simplicity of the operation, but the ease with which people can be trained. Also the fact that to transition from the one to the other is not a tedious process. It's adapting to a new way of doing things, and every little bit of time invested in mastering the technology and the machine itself automatically not only pays for itself, but it provides great rewards. After the machine was commissioned, that was shortly before 4 o'clock on Thursday the 18th of April. And as John left, I thought to myself, I will look into it tomorrow, and then became too interested and wandered back to the Max in my life. And I started the machine, and I thought maybe I should try and weld things if it's possible. The remarkable outcome of that was that what would have taken a TIG welder, our most highly skilled TIG welder, what would have taken him more than a day, took me less than 60 minutes to complete. But at a level of accuracy and neatness that is simply unsurpassed. We'd never seen anything like it. And the net result of that was that we saved 50 man hours due to that particular hour and the work that, and we welded another batch of plate covers the next morning. So in total, those 3 hours spent with the Maxphotonics saved us a total of 50 man hours. And that was, like I say, within a couple of hours. So we we ended up not having enough work the next week for an entire day for one of our teams because we couldn't plan for such a level of efficiency. It's early days, so I think my answer a year from now will be a lot different from what I'm going to say now. But what has happened is that by investing in new technology, it's opened vistas of possibilities that we never envisaged. So the first thing that I decided to do was that I am now going to build a smart factory. It's in a sense loaning or copying FactorySmart, but I thought to myself that is in fact I think a perfect complement to what they've done in investing in ourselves, both their time and helping us to implement this new machine in an extremely short period of time. Because from when I engaged with them, less than 3 weeks later, we had the machine in operation. And it has made such a difference just in the first 2 weeks. But to clarify things, I think the automation is definitely something that is now closer than ever. And FactorySmart has shown us that it is much more accessible due to their approach in combination with the possibilities that they are opening up for small operators like ourselves.